Hello, wealthy family, and welcome to today's video. Thank you so much for coming and sharing some time with me. I love and appreciate you all. So you saw earlier today I did upload a message from an angel oracle message from Jase Onfroy, also known as XXX Tentacion. So if that hits you in some way, if you're interested, be sure to go ahead and check that video out. It's a message that was unexpected, but I am grateful that I was able to connect and provide that message to the collective. So today's video, we're going to talk about abortion. I know this is a touchy topic, but it is one that is everywhere. It's a topic that everyone knows about. And I just want to give you the spiritual perspective of abortion. It's not coming from a place of judgment. I have experienced having an abortion before, and I did torment myself a lot behind it. I it is very emotional, not just for the mother who has to actually go through it, but also for the father. A lot of time, a lot of the focus is placed on women, but as men as well, it's something that affects them heavily because that's a part of them. Now, I do want to make this clear. This is for information purposes only. Again, no judgment. Do with this information as you will. I just want to share this perspective because it can help bring some ease, I feel, to some individuals out there. And for my women that may still be going through some torment about this, the book that helped me through before I even had this experience, with the information I'm about to share with you, before I even got this information from Divine Source, I read the book Sacred Woman by Queen Afua, and that really helped me get more in touch with my womb, and it helped ease some of the pain and anxiety. So I would suggest you get that book. And for my men, I cannot remember the name of the book, but it is from Queen Afua's son. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna see if I can Google it real quick. But that is a really good, that's a really good book for my men to read. Let me see. Man, Heal Thyself. There you go. The Wellness Warrior's Journey to Self-Mastery. And that is, I don't see his name. Oh, Supernova. There you go. Supernova. So, Man, Heal Thyself. That's a good book. That is a good read for my men. So, with abortion, when a life is created in the womb, that cord, that unbiblical cord, as Vicky Dillard calls it, that is a connection between the life force of the fetus, of the body, and the mother's body. The mother's body is feeding and helping to grow. It is sending signals to this fetus as it grows. Okay? The soul has not entered the body. The soul does not enter the body until the body comes out of the waters and enters this plane, this earthly plane. The soul enters, or the spirit rather, enters through the top of the head, the soft spot, with that first breath. Okay? Depending on how painful or traumatic this can be, you may hear cries from the baby, or baby could be serene and there could be no cries. Barred any complications. I'm not talking about any cords or anything wrapped. Okay? So the energy that the mother is feeding this baby, this fetus, as it's growing, is being created through electrical charges. You know, your body is electricity and water. The electrical charges are connecting and growing this fetus. Because there is no soul that is attached to this body as of yet, it's still in preparation. Now, the spirit that is planning on inhabiting this body can send signals telepathically through the mother or through this fetus for it to be heard and recognized, but it does not inhibit. So the pain that is said to be felt by this fetus is really just phantom pain that is being felt from the mother. Now, if you've ever quickly unplug something, let's say you yank something out the socket by the cord, instead of holding it by the housing and unplugging it, but you just yank it out the socket by the cord, sometimes it can cause sparks. Sometimes there's a disconnection, right? That is what's happening when you have an abortion. This fetus, this baby, this body is being yanked from the cord in such a fashionable way that is causing these sparks. Is now it was connected and it's like we're supposed to be connected, but now there's no connection, so now it's smoking, it's fizzling, it's like alert, 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 there's a problem. Okay, this is painful to the mother, but the hormones and the signals, the receptors that was going into this body, this fetus, as it was growing, is now still being created and is looking for a signal to output, and there's nothing to receive it, which can now cause other damages, scarring, trauma in the womb. Hence why they may give you antibiotics or painkillers to help numb that pain, to help lessen that feeling. That's what those pills are, right? It's to help numb those signals that are going out so you can cut it, so you can say, okay, no, it's all done, right? Same with if you have a miscarriage, but that holds a different energy. But when you have a miscarriage, the signal and receptor is still going out, but there's nothing to catch it. And that can cause imbalances in the mother, right? Hence why people can carry this for quite some time, especially if you don't heal from it. Now, spirit does not hold any animosity. Before we enter into this realm, before we enter the body that we chose and go to the parents that we chose, there's like a smorgasbord of options. You can say, okay, here's your number one choice. You can incarnate into a family that does this, and you'll learn this lesson. Or you can incarnate to this family and get this lesson, right? So it's not that you have an abortion and now this spirit is angry at you because they didn't get to enter the realm. No, they have other choices. Sometimes the spirit can choose to say, I'm not going to incarnate at all. I wanted to come in and enter with this family. I'm not going to incarnate at all because all my other choices, I'm not going to learn the lesson that I really need to learn with them. I would have rather to go through with this couple or with this family dynamic. And that's fine. Again, there's no animosity. There's no hatred. There's no how could you. You're not going to die and pass on and be met by all these aborted fetuses that are angry with you in the spirit realm. I also know that there are some spirits, or there are some, not spirits. Well, yes, there are some spirits that have chosen to go through the experience of abortion. Now, understand that the way how we see abortion now in 2024 and how we've seen it from the 1980s, 70s, 60s, 30s, it's been really tainted. Aborting fetuses has been around since the time of time. It's been around since the time of time. It's been around forever, for always. But when these unrighteous entities recognize the energy that could be harnessed and received and the control that they could have over this process and procedure, they now made it something very dark. And that also adds to the shame, the guilt, the uncertainty, the sadness that a lot of parents feel when they go through the process. There are some spirits, though, that, like I said, they chose to go through this experience of being having an abortion, being a parent that chooses to end this life just so they can grow from it. Just so they can grow from it. And you may be thinking that's diabolical. Who would ever want to learn a lesson like that? Again, you're looking from a place of judgment from your human standpoint. There are people that have to go through this in order to grow. There's certain questions and lessons in this. And I could go through a whole long list, but I'm sure you can figure out on your own what is a lesson that could be learned from going through this experience. Now, I'm not saying this to help lessen or cheapen the act of getting an abortion. And again, I'm not passing judgment on anyone that has chosen to do this. I am 100% pro-choice. Do I feel that if there was more information provided on how life could look, would there be less of these procedures? Yes. But do I feel that it should be available? Yes, because it is necessary. There are some people that go through very tragic circumstances where they have to have an abortion for their own mental, physical sanity and safety. And that is okay. Again, there should be no judgment because this is their experience that they need to go through in order to help them get to that highest level, in order to help them grow and flourish. Okay? But I just wanted to share that message. I know it's a quick message, but I wanted to share that with you all because it took some time. I read Queen Afua's book, like I said. I did the rituals. I did the breath work. I cried the cries. I did the poem. I did all of that. And then in one of my meditations, it was actually a reading that I had, and I saw how this woman, she was in her 70s, and she had an abortion when she was like in her 20s or even before, and she was still carrying this guilt in her 70s. And I went into a meditation after that reading, and I got this information, and I was like, oh, this is beautiful. And I've had it for quite some time, but I wanted to share with you all because with the whole Roe v. Wade being turned over and different things happening and about, this is a topic that weighs heavily, especially in our community, because I feel if I wasn't naive and if I wasn't brainwashed, I would not have chosen that, right? You see, I have 6 children, 4 biological, right? So my mind quickly changed because when I was younger, I would say, I don't want any kids. And now look, here I am, right? But I feel like when there's more information available, people make better decisions because that's all it's about, is making an informed decision. And for the fathers out there who may also feel like, man, this is my seed and I had no choice, the mother just kind of chose to end it and abruptly cut it. Unfortunately, again, no judgment, no shade, but unfortunately, a lot of the times the women feel like they are going to be stuck or trapped or may not have the support. If there was more vocalization saying, hey, I would like to have a hand in this. If you don't want to handle this, I will take it on. That there would be different choices made. Okay? If there was more maturity and more adult conversation, there would be a lot more different choices made. Now, I'm not saying that there's not some women who aren't ignorant and it's like, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear what you're talking about. No, you're going to do this. You're going to want this kid for 2 years and then try to dump it on me, and I'm not trying to have it. I know there's people like that exist. But I'm just saying, if there was more adult conversation, then there would be more choices available and different decisions made in some circumstances. Okay? So that's it. That's what I have for you today, wealthy family. It's about the storm again. It's been raining on and off. It's so hot and muggy out here. But I love you all. I appreciate you all. I'm going to let you all go. And until we connect again, stay alert, stay aware, and live in love.